brought it in. I know that I brought it in. There we go. Hello, hello. Oh, hello, darlings. How are we? Let's see, that can wait for a different point in time. Actually, yeah, you can do a cleanse on the group. Sounds like a good idea. I'm doing well. How are you doing, my dear? Just got a shower, freshened up. Ugh. Got some black candles. There's... I was like, I'm going to have to find an esoteric store that is open and one that carries candles, because some stores only carry, like, you know, crystals and maybe some incense and whatnot. But I was like, I need candles because candles is my focus. And then it dawned on me, Michael's craft stores usually have candles of some variety. I just, oh, pff, of course I got the one that's sealed. How is everyone? Come on in. There we go. I have to go looking for tower candles a little bit later on, but yeah. Hello, darlings. Welcome. Come on in. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, those are nice. I know they're a little bit shinier, but I promise you they are good black. Now, they also had ones that were twisted and ones that had texture to them. But they were a very particular texture. So I was like, you know, I'll skip that for the moment. Brr. But yeah, hello. Let's see. Let's get these candles ready by getting as much of the wrapping off as possible. Hello. I know, that's why I went shopping early. I was up just before sunrise, actually, today. So I actually was able to set out one candle to soak up a little bit of the solar eclipse. Okay. So in this candle blessing, we're not manifesting for anything in particular. We're literally just blessing the candles, cleansing them, making sure that, you know, there's nothing untoward that sticks around on them. And that way I can get them more ready and actually dressed when I do actual manifestations or rituals. So what's everybody up to? What kind of questions do you have? Feel free to ask. So let's see, we've got blue, protection, green, money, growth, abundance, prosperity, jobs, that kind of stuff. Blue is good for protections, wards, anti-hex, loyalty, deeper levels of enlightenment, that kind of thing. Let's see. Plain white. Soaking up negativity, consecration of an area. So many things you can do, and especially if you're using them in conjunction. Okay, I've got that red, passion, strength, strong manifestations, like also good for like Lilith, Aries / Mars. There's different deities sometimes connect better with different colored candles. So yeah. Oh, me and hubby went out to breakfast and the Dollar Tree. Yeah, sounds good. So far nothing. Right now, I'm just worried about making rent. I will have to deal with that a little bit later on down the line when I actually have money in hand to take them to small claims court. Because, yeah. Yes, I did. I set several alarms, and oh, trust me, it was like trying to pull a toddler out of bed. I slept in almost like 3-hour shifts, oddly enough. But yeah, woke up at 6 with my alarm. Was able to pull myself out of bed a little while later. Went outside, did a little prayer, and then put this out so it could soak up a little bit of the eclipse, solar eclipse sunlight. So yeah, I'm like, and then I promptly went the fuck back into bed because I'm just like, luckily, I think maybe I'm not meant to sleep in long shifts per se. West Coast. I'm on the West Coast, so our sunrise was at 6:44 a.m. And yeah, I know myself. I can't just, get up and let's go and just be functional like 5 minutes out of bed. I'm like, I'm going to wake up. And I'm going to complain to myself for like a few. And then eventually I'm going to just roll myself out of bed. And start from there. Hello. You can see these. Let's see. I do love the Dollar Tree for some things. So I got sandalwood and rose tea lights, which are, yay. This is the room, not the apartment, so it is a new place. Although I'm really hoping that I can very quickly get to a point where I can get my own place, because I need to be able to dedicate kind of separate spaces to my witchcraft and worship, and even crafting in that same room. But like witchcraft and worship kind of needs to be in one area, and then I need to be able to be in another area for sleeping and other types of like meditative. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, Dollar Tree's got some good stuff. They truly do. But I like the fact that they usually do carry like small little tea lights. You can often get them scented. And they do have good scent pairings, especially for the craft. Let's see, what have we got here? White musk and sandalwood is okay. Yes, there are plenty of witches that can heal, but don't rely on witchcraft healing to do all of the work. Like, actually include science in that process as well. Oh, 25 plus is mostly for my comfort, because I like people who've got like that fully cooked brain, who have a decent sense of self, and who get some higher concepts. And I know with younger people, usually they're not quite there. So, I'm just like, you're not quite there yet. I want you to be fully formed. I'm a person in their mid-40s anyways, and I like a fully adult audience. So yeah. You're not an exception, but you're also not going to get kicked out. You're not going to get kicked out. As long as you're over 18, you're good. That's why I think I said 25 plus preferred, and that just means for like deeper interactions and whatnot. But so far, you have been absolutely wonderful. You've been very respectful. You have participated nicely in the banter. You've never been untoward, so I've got no problems with you being here. You've fulfilled the etiquette requirements, to say the least. See. Ooh, ethereal nightshade. I'm gonna need that one a little bit later on. Sandalwood, more than likely. Ooh, black amber and lavender. Yes. There's one that has white sage, and I'm trying to avoid that. White lily jasmine. Okay, so I think it's these three that I'm skipping out on. Where's your marker? Oh, yeah. Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Hello, darling. No worries, no worries. We're good, we're good. Like honestly, if I just tell people, well, you know, just mind your manners, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't quite understand what mind your manners or you know, common courtesy means. So, like, if I put an age requirement there, it gives people more of an idea of, like, what level, what type of participation I'm going to be most there for or accepting of or, you know, expecting. Well, I mean, my first spell crafting or first spell work, I think I was in my very late teens, early 20s, you know, more officially. But I've always had kind of attraction towards, you know, candles, incense, certain things. But I grew up in a, I won't say sheltered, but very strict household. So I was not allowed to participate in doing a lot of those, and anytime I burn even just a little, like a stick of incense, just, you know, the regular cheapy kind that you could get from like Spencer's, yeah, even when I would burn just a little bit of that, and it was usually like the lavender or the floral, one of the protective ones, not that I knew that back then, but yeah, every time I burned one in the house, I got yelled at. It stinks in here. It's too strong. Why is it so smoky? It was literally a single stick in my room, and I'd usually have the window wide open. So, yeah. Let's see. I think we're going to go with the aged sandalwood. Yeah, I've become more and more integrated and adept at doing that. Ooh, Mexican food. Yeah, and nephew. Awesome. Right. Hey, I know what my audience is. I know what I court and what I expect. That's why I always ask, especially with the people who want to come up and flirt at me. I don't mind the flirting. I love the flirting. But I definitely want to know the age, because some people, the way they flirt tells on them real quick. I'm like, you're not an adult. Okay, and then the white musk and sandalwood. There we go. Right. Ah, no worries, no worries. Sometimes there's like seasons and reasons, but candle magic has definitely been my focus for a very long time. How do I put it? It gets me to a space where I'm a little bit more meditative, and like I don't cast on a weekly basis per se, but like I try to cast at least once a month, and that helps center me a lot more. Hello, what do you think of reversible to reverse of a karmic attack? I mean, there can always be a back and forth, but eventually there is going to be a clear winner, as it were, when it comes to karmic stuff, or any energy for that fact. No, this does not have an edge, so it's not gonna, I thought it had a little bit of an edge, but apparently it does not have an edge, so that's not going. But yeah, there's always going to be a back and forth, but usually the person who is right and has entreated the right sources is going to be the overall, I guess, winner, you could say. But usually a good uncrossing will do what you need it to do. We've got a flash goal. And the flash goal is 15 unique or individual gifters, 1 rose each. So if you would like to participate, please go for it. I will have to soak and get the stickers off of these just a little bit later, but let's go ahead and start. So I'm just going to be cleansing these. Cleansing and dressing are 2 different things for me. Cleansing just means I am making sure that I get any kind of negative or untoward energy, squared away. Make sure it's cleaned and scrubbed. That way somebody else's intentions, whether they meant to or not, that may have been placed on the items are cleared away, and then that way I can get my own intentions, focuses, and whatnot on the items and get those squared away. Don't mind me, this is just... I realized I had left these out without reshuffling them. Hello, darlings. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, my goodness, we're already at 2K. Thank you so much. I appreciate the tappy tappies. Yay! Yes, I said I was going to do a candle blessing yesterday, so I set a time for noonish, and I wanted to keep to that, so... And I'm not yet willing to, oh, thank you so much, I appreciate this. I'm not yet quite willing to share all of my practices. Like I have a ritual that I know that I'm going to be doing a little bit later on tonight that is for a very particular deity, and that's not necessarily magic for everyone. But yeah, like I can show at least parts and pieces, and hopefully that gentle education will get people who want to be in the craft and whatnot into the craft and starting to build good habits. It took me a while to build my own good habits, but hopefully this will give people a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of good habit making. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I love that, Lily. I'm sorry, I noticed all of them go streaming by. But yeah, good habits, like cleansings. Yeah. And beyond cleansing, like, learn protection, learn wards, learn uncrossings, all that kind of good stuff first. Okay. So let me go ahead. We are going to set up Hello. Okay, so I am going to set them on okay. Of course, I picked the world's heaviest things. So usually I'm on in the evenings from about 6 o'clock to about 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But yeah, I'm definitely on a little bit early today. So yeah. Usually Monday through Friday. Occasionally I'll get on the weekends. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out a good place to put a calendar up so people can actually find it and find where I'm going to be in case they want to be there. So sometimes I do a little bit of moon work. I like to do most of my major manifestations at night. Oh yeah, I'm West Coast, so if you're East Coast, yeah, just I'll be on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Okay. Have a good one, darling. I do tarot card reading. I am a deep intuitive. I try not to head too far into clairvoyancy at this particular point in time, mostly because I got a lot of shit going on right now, and the last thing I want to do is add more to that plate and then have it bleh. So, yeah. I think I do some of my strongest work, in my opinion. I think I do some of my strongest work during the full moon. But the new moon is a great time to cleanse and like refresh and kind of build that power back up, as it were. New moons can be tricky for like full manifestations, but if you know how to work it, if you know a little bit more how to conduct and how to direct, it makes it easier. Hello. Hence the reason I'm doing a cleansing and not a manifestation at this moment. Well, tonight we are, I believe, in Mars/Aries. So I would definitely say some coffee, some meat, some cheese, red candles. You can always bring out the emblems if you wish. Basically, present some nice presents. If you gotta fight, manifest towards a good outcome, towards reinforcements and whatnot. But also recognize that Mars, even though he's the god of war, he is also a passionate protectorate of women and femmes. So if you need a little extra, if you need a little extra boost or a little extra protection, good one to entreat. A little bit. I have not gotten to a point where I am comfortable doing like full, like, mentorship, but I do share some of my gifts, as it were. Well, if you gotta tussle, definitely do a little bit of research, but maybe entreat for a little extra protection. It also depends on which deities you have formed relationships with. You can entreat Zeus. Oh, thank you. You can entreat Zeus, but if you don't actually have a relationship with him or understand who he is as a deity, you might get something you don't want, or you might piss him off. The Greek and Roman pantheons are a little bit more open practice, whereas certain other deities are going to be much more closed practice. So like the Orisha, the Loa, African and island deities. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. They're going to be a little bit more particular about being entreated by people that they don't know. So be careful, always do your research, make sure you're double checking, and always make sure you bring a gift. It's the polite thing to do. I've got a bit of coffee here. I'm also using a bit of garlic for protection because I tend to saddle up with Hecate, Nyx, a few other dark feminine deities. Hello, kitten. How you doing? Don't worry, that's my familiar. My human familiar. Speaking of familiar. Hey, how you doing, B? Ooh, dragon's blood. Now be careful with dragon's blood. That stuff packs a big punch. And there are certain deities that love showing up for it, so just making sure. Oh, you mean Palo Santo? Make sure that it is ethically sourced, because it is a sacred wood. I would go with sandalwood, cedar. Be careful about pine. It tends to be very flammable. Oh my goodness. Well, I am glad you are working, but my goodness. Yup. You know, just take it slow, take it steady. All those kind of good stuff. Oh, trying to go to trade school. Yay! College is fantastic, but so are trade schools. And I don't think trade schools get nearly enough recognition for what they are. Let's see. Now we get to actually grab some. There we are. I always have at least a little bit of a gift on hand. Since it's Mars and Aries, we're doing dark chocolate. I want a balance of the masculine and the feminine. So we've got garlic for the feminine, dark chocolate for the masculine, Hecate and Aries Mars respectively. I've got a little bit of sandalwood burning here, sandalwood rose. And basically this part is just a little bit more meditative, so we can definitely sit here and talk. You can ask questions, absolutely. But we're just going to let the incense and whatnot do its thing for Chuck. Oh, that's right, I got to open the window. Make sure that you have opened the window to the room that you're working in, or if you're working outside, you're good. Yeah, like, make sure the smoke can clear and go where it needs to. And, oh, there's one more oil I need to throw on there. Where is, there we are. So, consecration oil. In other words, I want it to only soak up the energy that I put into it, so I want to consecrate it into a way that I feel is holy. So below, as it is above. Hello, darling. How you doing, Jenga? I hope you've been doing well. Ow. Other than literally just actually snagging myself with my nail, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. Well, yeah, that'll do it. Luckily, I don't think I hit anything super sensitive, but geez, I winged myself right there. Thank you so much. Hello, hello, darlings. How are we doing today? Hello, hello. Hello, JJ. How do you do? I'm a chaos witch, so do not expect rote memorization or chanting or anything like that. I speak directly from here. Okay. So I am oiling these candles because I'm doing a candle blessing, aka like a cleansing. Basically removing anybody else's intentions, whether they were put there purposefully or not, and kind of cleansing, clearing, and making these a bit more attached to me. So when I do rituals or anything with it later on, they will take on my intention a little bit more thoroughly. I got them from the $1.25 store, so sometimes the people, everybody's touching it, larger populace is getting their hands on it, so if they picked it up and they were angry or had bad intentions and then put it back down, sometimes some of that will become like ingrained or ingratiated, so yeah. My current landlords... Oh gods, no, I am not Wiccan. Wiccan is basically the British Museum of Witchcraft. I am a chaos witch. I am also a hedge witch, which means I do not have a dedicated coven per se. I do herb, candle, always chaos, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do not belong to, say, like a hermetic order or a dedicated type of practice. I am still finding which deities I want to work with for a longer term at this point in time. And I've actually found a few that are working quite nicely for me. There were certain ones that I was courting more recently that I'm like, yeah, but no. I'm not feeling the... And then, so I'll entreat the next one gently, and I think I may have found 3 so far that I'm going to be trying to get even more comfortable working with. So yeah. Yeah. So you can use different colors for different things. I happen to have orange, red, green, blue, and white. White is good for like soaking up negativity, hex breaking, clarity, purifying an area. Orange is good for like inspiration, insight, creativity, imagination, more of a deeper thought, third eye kind of thing. Red is good for passion, strength, bold intentions, that kind of thing. Green is good for growth, abundance, money, jobs, that kind of stuff. And then blue is really good for like protections, warding, hex breaking, reversal, that kind of stuff. So yeah, each candle will have a slightly different meaning, but you can, if you're like, all I got is like 3 birthday candles and they're all like red, yellow, and pink, but I need to do like a protection. Okay, don't worry about the candle color so much. Worry more about, okay, what gift are you given? What can you add to it, herb or ingredient wise, and then what the intention you're setting is. So, yeah. And then, of course, my favorites besides red candles are black candles, because those help to soak up negativity and also are really good at amplifying and intensifying my particular types of power. So, hello, darlings. How are we doing today? Oh, no, you didn't miss much. We just started. I just oiled down the candles with a little bit of consecration oil. I gave a gift of chocolate for Mars, and a gift of garlic for Hecate, because she is a goddess of crossroads, of deep magic, of a lot of like the deeper, more spiritual stuff, and also a guardian and guide to the underworld. She doesn't go into per se, the underworld itself, but she leads people where they need to go, and sometimes that deeper knowledge is in darker places. Depends on what you want in your home, but honestly, like, you're not a good witch or a bad witch if you don't have a candle burning. You can choose what you want and then kind of tailor from there, whether it's a candle color or a candle scent. Oh, hello, Wisconsin. How you doing? So far, so good. Having a good day. Starting a candle blessing to do a little bit of a cleansing. Sorry, I did actually nab myself a good one with my acrylic nails. But yes, overall, there's no right or wrong way to be witchy. Well, I mean, there can be some wrong ways. And it's usually when you piss off a deity. But that's why you always do a little bit of research. So certain offerings I will leave to do as they do. So like I have a little altar back here that I placed citrus on. I placed this citrus over a month ago. And it has not deteriorated. I placed this apple at about the same time, and it is desiccated, but it has not rotted. And then this lemon was also placed at the exact same time, and it has not done anything. It has retained, if anything. So, no, the funny thing is that's actually a Mexican lemon. They're gently sweet and can be really, really, really nice for margaritas. I would consider it, but like one-on-one consultations are going to be pricey. Mostly because I'm given a lot of information, and we're tailoring the craft so that it fits you a bit better. Not every kind of worship or every kind of craft is going to be just, oh, here you go, here's a manual, here's a book, boom, go. There needs to be some discussion on, like some of the deities you're interested in, how long you've been practicing already, finding out what your knowledge base is. So, yeah. Hey, how you doing? This is one of the youngins, but don't worry, been working with it for a bit. But yeah. Well, Twag, you're chaos, but I am chaos magic. So aka chaos incarnate, which fits for me being a Gemini, especially with Scorpio rising and Aries moon. So yeah, whole lot of fiery, whole lot of windy. Throw in a bit of water, you got yourself a spicy ass crab broil. Sometimes if it goes bad quickly, it's just that it has been partaken of and you can shuffle it off. If it starts going bad, I go ahead and throw it out, but as long as it retains itself or desiccates, I let it do as it do. Trust me, I've had plenty of fruit and vegetable that has decided to molder, especially in my pantries. Like, they will just, they'll go off. They go off. They rot. But when I intentionally place something on one of my altars, it tends to alter its natural cycle just a touch. And that kind of tells me, oh, okay, something's around. Something's doing what it's going to do. Okay, we're going to leave it to it. But yeah, I try and leave offerings for different deities according to what they require, what is more, what's the word I am looking for? What they are known for, what they desire. So, like, if you're trying to court, say, Osmodeus, King of Hell, person of wrath, magic, and lust, does not like water, like really does not like water, and does not like fish, especially like fish livers, cooked fish, raw fish, cooked fish, ooh, no. I courted him for a short bit, but wasn't like really getting a lot of response, and I definitely could not give up my super hot, screaming hot showers and some of the water cleansings that I like to do. So I was like, okay, maybe we're not a great match, but I hope I can leave with like no harm, no foul. And they're like, yeah, it's good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, no worries. I'll be here for at least a little bit. You should do my reading thing. You're gonna have to have a lot more nuance than that, please. If you think I should do your reading, then by all means, go up to the Blinks and Lio. It's $5 per card. And once that is paid and come back, I will read for you. Red, gold, purple, and black are my key colors. Deep jewel tones, rich darkness, with supplements of like silvers, metallics. Trying to think of any other, like, occasionally blue will want to be there in full force, but usually it's briefly and then it pulls back. But yeah, different colors sometimes help to evoke different head spaces and whatnot. I'm too broke, and that is actually not my problem. If my tone sounds sharp, it should. Thank you, darling. It's still drying, so I'm waiting for the curls to really boost up. But yes, going back to the point that I was just making about the sharpness of my tone. When you come in and you demand something of someone, especially something that takes time, effort, skill, energy, be prepared to value their time like they value their time. And if $5 for a card is too much for you, then do not ever come in and demand something that is not being freely offered to begin with. Okay? I need guidance because I'm in perpetual state of craft going very wrong. Things very bad. So one of the first things you can do is get yourself some uncrossing oil and uncrossing incense. You may need to do a good full cleanse and do an uncrossing ritual. That way, if you've somehow flummoxed something in the past, hopefully you'll be able to clear that away, as well as, kind of clean off any energy that may have been thrown at you by somebody else who's just being a dick. Thank you for your apology. I like to explain myself mostly so people understand where my boundaries are, because they are very firm boundaries. I know a lot of times I'm like happy-go-lucky, but yeah, I have learned that I have to be a little bit more firm, because if not, people can get more and more and more untoward over time, and it becomes quite bothersome, shall we say. There we go. Okay, reset on goal. Dude. Show the nails, please. Come on, let's work on using please and thank yous. Etiquette, common courtesy, please. Yes, I was able to wake up at 6 a.m. Thank goodness I set that alarm. Because, I did not want to get out of bed, but I did it. So, the persona in a bathory, one of the personas I do sometimes, is a 40,000-year-old vampire. She is a witch. She was a blood cleric when she was still living. She actually adores humanity and mortals. But yeah, she's very particular. Hello, darling. Hedonist is a person who likes pleasure. And that doesn't mean just in the carnal sense. It means like good food, good drink, good company, art, and, experiencing life and creativity. So yes, I am a hedonist very much in that particular way. Oh, thank you. No, I don't do them myself. I like to go out to nail salons. I actually get them done. I take people along as a field trip, so you will see lives of me going out and getting my nails done. But yeah. Well, basically, I did at least a millennia for each year old that I am. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm roughly in my 40s. So 40,000-ish? Yeah, that works. Because I am a millennial. I'm like, yeah, that works for me. That, and I've always kind of disliked I'm 250 years old. You think that's any amount of time? That is barely any time. That is barely any time at all. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years, that would be an epic amount of time to be alive, but also that would mean that you went through a lot of different phases of realization of, having to live through so many people passing away, sometimes going through moments where you lose giant gaps of time, and when you come back to, so much of the world has changed. The fact that, you're probably going to have some existential crises to go with it. Because you're like, I've outlived everyone. So that, and, plenty of time for adventures and whatnot. So far, my day is going really well. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, if anything... Right, trust me. Trust me. Like, if I could just get up early in the morning, start the spell crafting early, that'd be awesome. But I'm just like, I wanted to get at least one candle specifically for Mars, because of the eclipse going on. I wanted at least one eclipse candle, and it's a solar eclipse. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and get a candle that would more represent, Mars/Aries, which orange and red are two significant colors. And then I was like, okay, let's go put that out so it can catch some of the rays of an eclipsed sun. And I was like, okay, what time is going to be the eclipse? I'm thinking it's going to be like noon. And it's like, North America's going to see it around, sunrise. I'm like, fuck, when is sunrise? 6:44 a.m. So yeah. No worries. I'm doing my best. Trust me, I understand in large part the difficulty of that. I appreciate you showing up, and I do hope that circumstances continue to improve for you. I swear this world is getting a little stressful. Little stressful, to say the least, and I worry. I definitely worry. But yeah. Hello. How's everybody doing? Come on in. I'll let you... As you can see, I gift of dark chocolate. Candles are set up to be basically cleaned and cleared. A little bit of garlic for Hecate, our lovely feminine, and I will probably end up eating the chocolate. In that particular way, I do tend to imbibe of any food gifts, and then any object gifts, I tend to go ahead and set aside as long-term presents for the deities I work with. Little, as in... I'm going to need a little more context, because I used the word little a few times, so if you give me slightly more context, maybe I can explain what I was talking about more succinctly. Right, that part. And apparently there is going to be a big march going on April the 5th. So yeah. Ooh. I mean, any chili relleno is good, but I like them when they're hot, fresh. They got that little bit of crisp on the outside, but that it's still soft and a little bit fluffy on the inside. So good. So good. So freaking good. Especially stuffed with cojito and Oaxaca cheese. Oh, so good. Okay, I can be a person who often goes into catastrophe mode mentally. So when I say a little terrifying, I mean I'm trying not to panic everybody else around me, because yeah, it is unhinged right now. It is definitely beyond unhinged, and it is going to take an epic effort by palm-colored people in order to turn it around. With everything going on, it is well been shown that if people of color show up, our government has far less compunction about getting extremely violent. But when palm-colored people show up, especially when they show up pissed off and ready to peacefully either push back or reclaim people who get taken by authorities, shit actually gets done. Better. The mat is good. It is definitely set. Now we add a little gloss. But yeah, it is that. It is definitely that. Hello, darlings. How are we doing today? I will be on probably about till 2 or 3 o'clock. So, yeah. Now, if anybody needs card reads while we are kind of letting this sit, set, and soak, by all means, blinks are in Lio and have at it. I mean, they've already started doing that. And they also foobarred a shipment of about $2 million worth to the Ohio Food Bank, which means there are now going to be a lot of very poor people who are looking at starvation. They would not let the trucks... They would not let the trucks arrive to drop off the food. And that was by federal government doing, not because the food bank didn't reject the food. The food was never sent to them. And so now it's sitting somewhere rotting. They are doing all the things that they can to honestly super piss off the populace, Because if the populace if it really goes off, they will be able to enact martial law. And we're already at 1930s Germany. So yeah, they're trying to ramp it up in the most awful ways, because they think one or two very violent forays and they'll be able to just cow everybody, and that we will all just go to their prison camps and work as free labor. They're trying to enact some of the most horrifying shit, but yeah. Oh, no worries. I didn't put up a calendar or anything. I spoke last night and said, yes, I'll be on about noonish and whatnot. I'm not always on the weekend, so don't worry. If you didn't know I was going to be here, it's okay. But I just dropped some cards, so gotta pick those up. Okay, actually, I'm not mad at these. 8 of Pentacles and the King of Cups. 8 of Pentacles is building a masterpiece, making sure all of the pieces are organized, getting everything put into place, making sure that cogs are lining up, and then doing any retooling or reorganizing that may need to happen. And the King of Cups is opportunities, dreams, wealth, all the loveliness coming in, and he is basically the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The affable host. Okay, these are some good portents. I'm not mad at these. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, that part right there, that should have people absolutely showing up for marches. The fact that they are trying to reverse labor laws to basically what we had in the early 1900s, where we had children in coal mines, losing limbs, losing their lives. We've already lost many children in processing plants for chicken, for food, because they are working with heavy, dangerous machinery. The very fact that they are trying to roll back labor laws and smiling in our face while they gut or do away with the education system. Basically, they're trying to make it so only the rich can afford to go to school, and anybody who is poor goes to work. People should already be in the streets en force over that alone, even. So, yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm definitely feeling more she-her than I was last night. Last night I was so tired, I'm like, I don't even want to think about a gender schema. I definitely noticed that my tongue is a little bit more sharp today. In an orderly way, but not in an angry way, if you understand what I mean. Overall demeanor, I know by tonight, I'm going to be in a very interesting mood. But yeah, I have a few things that I'm going to be doing, and few deities that I'm going to be courting. Hello, playful. But yeah, dark feminine. I'm really hoping the dark feminine goes full tilt with me, because I am so ready to embody the seductress, the temptress, the dark mother. And I don't mean mother, oh my goodness, we have babies. No. Dark mother. There's a difference. You know, frisky is an understatement. Frisky is an understatement. Heaven fucking forfend when I get a new significant other. I hope their insurance is well paid and their stamina is top peak. Because I could wreck a rugby team. Right. Sorry, going back, making sure I didn't miss anybody else's questions. Yep, dumb, hungry, and begging for help. That's what they're hoping for. And what they don't understand is that could blow up in their face so badly. Well, and I now recognize that my frisky is definitely way different than what my frisky was back when I was like in my you know, like early to mid 20s. That was I have a lot of energy, let's burn this off. And now it's I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of theories, I have a lot of education, I know what I'm doing. We can definitely have fun of many different varieties. So yeah, it's not just, let's get this done, yeah! It's more like, darling, let's enjoy ourselves. Yes, we're going to have to do this in shifts, but, you know, that's not a bad thing. That just means we could have, you know, meals or snacks in between with some gentle cuddling, and who knows where that leads. We just go where it goes. I think that's why I've always liked the ritual of inviting somebody over for a night. Because quick can be fun. Whether that is, you know, a committed relationship or a quick fling type of relationship. Quick can be fun. A couple hours, always good. But when you can actually put a lot of like time and effort and polish into setting up an experience, that is so much more fulfilling for me. But yeah, hello. I would much rather provide, you know, one person, one experience for one night than say, you know, bunch of quick. Now, there is nothing wrong with quicks. There is nothing wrong with, I have a person who's coming for a little bit of breakfast. I have a little person coming by for some brunch. Let's have some lunch. Let's have some dinner. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But ooh, getting to set a stage, getting to have a bunch of little events going on with little breathers in between. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because at that point, it becomes a point of pride and a point of love to be able to outlast. Right? I love like a full day or a full night experience so much. So much. Because in that, I also expect that there will be courtship. And again, it doesn't have to be long-term courtship, but I expect some courtship. I expect some play. I expect some give and take. Let's have a little bit of fun. We don't have to jump straight to the main event. No. We come. Oh, you know what? Oh, yes, let's have a little brunch. Oh, you know, you're looking very nice today. Wow, you have on a really nice cologne. Do you want to go, I don't know, maybe we can go walk around, wander, and, oh, oops, oh, I didn't mean to touch you quite like that. I didn't mean to accidentally hold your hand or get too flirty. And, oh, you know, well, what do you think of this perfume? Like, the tease of it all, the anticipation, building that anticipation, top tier. That's the kind of stuff I absolutely adore. And it also allows me a lot longer time to suss out a person's energy, as it was, and especially if I like that energy and they are giving that energy willingly, consensually, and freely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take myself a nice long sip of that. Right. And I mean, even as a Gemini, and I am known to be flighty in nature at times, but even as a Gemini, if you give me something that I can hyper focus on for a day, happy camper. I'll have what he's having, I'll have what she's having, I'll have what they're having. Right. Which is probably why I have been so pulled back from dating for a bit, is I've had a couple of bad experiences. Really, really, really bad experiences. And I'm like, okay, no, we need to do a lot more vetting. We need to be a lot more self-assured, and we definitely need to heal from some of the past trauma and shed some of the people pleasing, the fawning, the things that make me, okay, I guess, it's not that bad. It could be worse. I'm like, now at my age, especially with the amount of healing and introspection that I've done, it's like, oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. I don't appreciate being treated like that. This is my boundary. Here's what is going to happen. Here's what's not going to happen. So on and so forth, etc. I'm a lot stronger at enforcing those boundaries now. You're not wrong, Each. You're not wrong at all. Like, I've had to enforce boundaries now a couple times, even within these spaces, and like, honestly, after that last little go around, I'm like, wow, no, I am way stronger at enforcing boundaries much quicker now. I'm happy about that. I'm definitely happy about that. So, which means when the right person comes along, especially when the right person who knows how to provide and court comes along, I'll have far less issue with them, because they'll already know, and they'll already understand and respect that. So yeah. It happens. It happens. I know that I deserved better, but apparently I needed that little bit of a kick in the teeth to spur me to action, to spur me to actually, oh my goodness, 111. Love it. Good angel number right there. But yeah, no, I needed that little kind of kick in the teeth to actually make me plant my feet and go, you know what? No, I don't like being treated that way. I do not like my boundaries being ignored in that way. So you know what? Fuck you. We're putting the hammer down. Like, nah. Right? Dude, if I got everything right by the time I was 20 years old, how boring would my life be? If I was already set on easy street, I probably would not have mentally, emotionally, or even magically grown nearly as much as I have. I'm not saying everybody needs hard knocks, but I think I needed a couple of hard knocks to get me out of basically doing as I had been programmed since the time of, birth/adoption. And, yeah, I needed a way to become more of who I am meant to be rather than who I was made to be. Stubborn Aquarius. Hard-headed Gemini. Like handling a maelstrom. Haha! We love a Taurus. Good, strong, stubborn earth sign when they need to be. Right. And I'm a June Gemini at that. Like every sign has its good qualities. Every sign has its bad qualities. But, for the most part, we learn how to appreciate each other. I've definitely learned how to appreciate other signs a little bit more. Because, yeah, it's just like, yeah, Leos aren't so bad. They just got to be told to, you know, either cool their jets or adjust the aggression. Leo women, so much easier to get along with. Because, okay, so think of Leos. Think of lions. Leos, lions, work in prides. Male lions tend to be a little bit more independent, protectors. You know, they gotta be big, bad, they gotta show off. They have to have a lot of bluster. Leo females, on the other hand, like a pride of lionesses, they work together a lot better. And Leo females, on the other hand, like a pride of lionesses, they work together a lot better. And they're looking for, they are still fierce. They work together a lot better. And they're looking for, they are still fierce. They are still, but they can work with you quite a bit more. They are far more likely to bring you in as a pack member. You in like a frickin' gazelle, which that's my problem with Leo men, is they try and drag you in like you're a frickin' gazelle, and I am an air sign. I'm like, nope, 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 nope. I want to play with you, but you got a hard grab going on there, and I feel like I'm in danger. I'm gonna need you to back off. Right. I need a look at it. Ah, thank you so much, darling. I just saw that pop up. Da-da-da. We will roll with the steampunk cards. I do also have my lovely Shadowscape on. Oh, and thank you. I'm sorry, I just saw the thing about the lip. Thank you. I did a little Solo Giovanni lip stain. An LA Colors lip liner, and then just a bit of LA Colors holographic lip gloss over it after the stain had set. Ah, thank you. Yay! Yeah, just letting it go, let the curls come up to the natural point. I'm only like a 3B approximately for my hair, so yeah. It takes a good long hot minute for it to like get to full curl potential. Oh, thank you. It is so soft. It is so soft and bouncy and lovely and just It's one of my favorite teases to do, to say the least. When you get a partner, and you, especially when I have like the Japanese honey shampoo and conditioner, so it makes my hair smell absolutely fantastic. And I love nothing more than to like accidentally let this just kind of brush up against them. Again, me, temptress? You don't say. Okay. King of Pentacles reversed, Hermit, and then Eight of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles reversed, and I'm hearing the words, no more coin in hand. The bank is spent. And I don't think it refers to a physical, literal bank. I think it is slightly more internal in its meaning. There seems to be a little bit of stress, a little bit of strife going on. And it feels like constantly handing out, okay, a coin here, coin here, coin here, coin, to the point where you have spent the bank to broke. Almost like you've created soul debt, as it were. You've given out absolutely everything you have to the point where it is becoming detrimental, exhausting, draining. Like, yeah, you're getting up in the morning, but you're hating every second of it, kind of thing. And honestly, your guides, your people on the other side, are also a little fed up that you have been so overspent. And it feels like you spent that emotional and spiritual in hopes of good returns, and then those returns did not pay out, did not come back as they were supposed to. And so right now you are desperately needing to go a little bit more hermit mode. Pulling back, getting a little introspective, or at the very least, pulling back your energy, guarding it way more while you replenish yourself is so incredibly needed. If you keep expending energy, if you keep expending your time, you're gonna absolutely burn yourself out. You are already run ragged and raw. And too much more is just going to be, well, beyond detriment. Pardon. When you look at how you're conducting yourself, how you are putting yourself out into the world, how much you are giving, it's not that you have to cut everything off, it's that you need to understand how much of yourself you are investing and set much more realistic expectations on what you expect back from it. You can't just spend freely. You do need to set expectations, because there are people and entities out there that will simply take, and not really give anything back. And that is not good for you. That is beyond exhausting. And they don't care if you burn yourself out. They don't care at all. They are energy thieves, as it were. So, yeah. It's not going to be the most fun of times, but it needs to be done so that you function better. And the reason I said that is because we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles, you're building, you're making sure that all the cogs align, that, all of the bits and details that need to be there are working well, and clearly they are not working well right now. So you definitely need to rethink the game plan. You may even need to kind of dismantle a lot of that. I don't know why the word's volunteering. It feels like you're giving out your time. Just really, 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 really giving of yourself. But you really need to rethink that. Especially if you know who or what is the thing that is taking so much of that which keeps you driving forwards, that driving force, that ambition. There's something out there that is, you're like, well, I committed to do this, volunteer work for a year, but you're like 3 months in and you're dreading every time you have to show up. You may have to go, I thought I was going to be able to do this for a year, but I have had other engagements come up and this is not the fit for me. And they may be disappointed, and that's fine and all. but you for once need to put yourself first in this particular regard, because if not, the engine is going to keep breaking down, and it is not going to be, it's not going to be a pleasant ride. So please take care of yourself first. It's not selfish. You're being realistic with your energy and with your time. I don't know why, but time especially keeps coming up. So, yeah. You're welcome, dear. No, I do not do my own nails. I actually go to salons to get my nails done. Because I appreciate good work, and I cannot be around certain types of monomer and home-based stuff. I end up feeling super sick, so yeah. Oh, thank you. You can do it. I have faith in you. Sometimes it's a hard lesson to learn, I know. But yeah. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Wow, 14K. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the likes, the loves, the shares. Got tarot cards on deck. We're just doing a nice little candle cleansing. So I have some work that I'm going to be doing later on. So if you go to the Blinks and Lyle, cards are $5 each. If you are a subscriber, you get a 1 free card pull per month. I do appreciate with the tappies. Those also are really nice amounts of energy and whatnot that people are given, so I appreciate that. But yeah, yes, you don't have to be a subscriber in order to get cards. Ah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's the curls are finally curling up. I took all the beeswax off and did, let's see, I did the Japanese honey conditioner, and I did a little bit of a sugar scrub that had cocoa butter and coconut oil. So my hair feels so super soft right now. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, it does. It does. It smells like there's not too much of the coconut oil smell in it. It just smells like chocolate and honey, which is fantastic right there in and of itself. Go to like an Asian market. They have some of the most lovely smelling shampoos that you could ever get. I am absolutely enamored right now using a Japanese honey shampoo and conditioner. A lot of this stuff in like just the regular American brands and whatnot, they've got fragrances in them. But they're, the same thing over and over and over again. When I go to like Japanese markets and whatnot and get some of their stuff, so good. So good. And they're much more imaginative with a lot of their fragrances. 2 card pull? No worries. Thank you, darling. So they did this side with an airbrush, and then this side they did with a dip powder. I think I actually like the airbrush side a little bit more. I like that kind of dynamic, smoky feel. Hopefully in a couple weeks I'll be taking y'all for a field trip to get the nails done again, get them filled in, and I'm thinking of doing like a honey colored nail, like something that has yellow, like yellows, golds, rich tones and whatnot, and then over an overlay of like black. I do like black on my nails. What can I say? Also kind of hoping to get my toes done as well. If not, I think I'm going to be like checking out a few others, but like I've also been seeing like these like matte white or like base color deep red and then white towards the tips, and they look absolutely delicious done with like a matte finish. I'm kind of loving those. So yeah, right. Kind of almost want to see if I can partially design at least one nail so I can take it into the nail tech and go, this is the theme I'm thinking of. Can you do it? And I like the little place that I'm going to, but I definitely want to maybe find some nail techs that can do some of the more innovative styles that are out there. I love going through this nail journey. I am trying to like grow them out slowly but surely so that it's mostly my own nail underneath. But you know, if I end up having to like cut and get length done, I'm also okay with that. I'm also okay with that. And yes, I'd love it if it was mostly my own nail underneath that acrylic. Hence the reason I only get them done every like roughly 3 weeks. Because I want my nail beds to have enough time to grow so that the nail that's coming in is healthy. Cards are a little bit feisty. Okay, this is a little bit rough. So, Ace of Cups reversed plus the Three of Swords. Reversed. So the Ace of Cups is usually new opportunities, new beginnings, especially to celebrate, to revel, to partake again. These two cards feel really closely aligned, not like one is, oh, we've already done this, now this is where we're moving. No, these two are paired. And then the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. You can clearly see swords running through it. And in this particular deck, the swords run through the cogs. So it basically gums up the gears. It keeps anything from moving on, especially in reverse. Keeps things from being processed correctly or at all. So I don't know if this is a new opportunity in love or a new, like almost like I almost want to say like a dream job or a dream project. And it feels like something went really awry. A little too gung-ho, a little too trusting, a little too open, honest, free, and the other party was not as they seemed or not as they originally put themselves forward. And it feels, I don't know if it's like heartbreak, but it feels like it really just was a smack to the ego, to say the least. Smack to the ego. And it's definitely caused an uncertainty because, like, yeah, no shit. Oh, okay. If you're gonna take it, definitely make sure you're getting paid very, very, very well. And also make sure that you are guarding yourself, guarding your heart, guarding your work. Get receipts for everything. I rarely tell somebody whether to do something or not, but like, be really careful. This does not feel like it would go great places and would kind of end up being a detriment rather than a boon. Because, yeah, it feels like the other side is taking and they're definitely misrepresenting something, but it also feels like they're taking. And, not in a way that would ever give back to you. So, I like to do happy news, but yeah, no, I don't think this is a good fit. I really don't think this is a good fit. I think it would end up causing you a lot more stress than you really want to deal with. But I understand if you have to take it, like, especially if you're in a bad situation right now and you're like, I need out. Get out. Get out. Take the thing, do the thing, get out. But, like, start building your contingency plans even beforehand. Make sure you're keeping receipts on, like, everything that you do. And, yeah, don't take guff. Don't take any kind of guff. Because they will try, ooh, what do I, we're family here. If they pull that one on you, you know, we're family here. You know, we try and work together. You know, this is a team effort. Yeah. Make sure you have your contingency plans built if you are gonna take it, because, yeah. Greasy, slimy, not good feel. I'm sorry, but also, yay, I hope I helped you head that off. Sorry. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Ooh, lavender cheesecake is fantastic. I love it. It needs to be a more aromatic lavender, rather than like just lavender flavor. Lavender flavor can be very overwhelming, and can become very perfumey very quick. And I like a strong lavender flavor, but yeah. Oh. Did somebody just send in for a 2-card pull? Because I just got that. Let me actually clear off some of the other. Sorry, tons of notices suddenly came up. Okay, perfect. Yep, links are in bio. It's only $5 per card. I am here to read. We've got Shadowscape, which so far the Shadowscape has been real quiet. And my Steampunk cards, and apparently Steampunk is definitely here for the reading. And they're actually being, I mean, they're always honest, but they're usually more, you know, joyful, exuberant. Today they're like, yeah, no, we're gonna, it's a very Mars mood. We're gonna be giving very straight truths here, apparently. I find it hilarious that we've got, hey, how you doing, Identity? find it kind of funny that we've got Venus in retrograde, Mercury in retrograde. Thank you. But Mars is coming through good and strong. Good and freaking strong. So, yeah. Good, just got home. As in, you worked all night and you just got home, or you were out and about and just got home? Either way is fine, but my goodness. Oh, okay. Okay, at least you got a little bit of respite then. Sorry, I've got MCR running through my head right now. Hole you put me in wasn't deep enough. When you go. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the love, the supports, all the little tappy tappies. That gets me out towards the For You page and whatnot. And I appreciate that. Especially since I am apparently currently shadow banned. Ooh. Well, it is Mars, and it's Mars in an eclipse, so... Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So, 10 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Page of Wands wants to sit this way. So the 10 of Pentacles is a fulfillment card. Usually, you know, oh, you've done all the things. Hey, Anamar. You've done all the things. You got everything you wanted. It's a culmination of a lot of hard work. Like, doing its thing. You got what you wanted. And instead, it feels like you got what you wanted, but it didn't necessarily go the way you wanted it to. Like you got it, but there's something bitter to it. There's something that is like sand in your teeth, a bitter flavor in your mouth. You're like, yeah, this is what I asked for. No, this is not what I wanted. So it didn't turn out or didn't play out quite the way you were hoping to. And this is something you'd been working towards for a while. Welcome to Mars. Mars tends to be kind of fighty and will reveal a bit more angsty stuff. It's not always that way, but you know. This is definitely a season for undoing. Oh, okay. That explains the Page of Wands now. So, Page of Wands. Wands tends to be a steadying suit, a home suit, a suit of stability. That was a boy, not a man. That's not a man, that's a boy. That's like, you're like, You thought you were being introduced to somebody who was going to be more mature, stable, steady, like, on par, and instead just nah. Much more like boyish pursuits, not a whole lot of seriousness, feels kind of selfish, kind of one-sided in a lot of regards. And like Wands was like, I thought that would have been a good guy. I thought this was going to be a good match. This is not a, no. I'm sorry, no. But But weirdly enough, the Page of Wands wants another go at it. Not specifically that person, like, but the Page of Wands is like, when you're ready, I have somebody else that might be a better, maybe, but I can understand if you need like a break. I can understand if you like need a little bit of distance. I'm sorry. It's just, yeah, it's not a good flavor. It's really not a good flavor. It's not. Oh, there's gonna be a little point in time where you're like, you know what? No, I'm good right now. I'm good. But that's not to say that the next person, once you've done a little bit of healing and whatnot, it's not to say the next person won't be much better, but definitely give yourself a little time to like have some breathing room, so you're not going to go in looking for problems. Like, when problems arise. But when you go in looking for problems, sometimes they become self-fulfilling prophecy. So like, yeah, give yourself some time, some grace, and some space. Like, I'm good. No, thank you. I'm going to be doing my own thing over here for a few. I'm going to eat a cheesecake. I'm going to have a margarita. We're going to have some fajitas with the girls. And, you know what? I'll check back with you in a week. Kind of thing. Yeah. You got what you asked for, but not what you wanted at all. And there is no shame in going, yeah, nope. This is FUBAR. I walk away. Walk away. There's no shame in that, honestly. But yeah. Definitely vetting process. There's no shame in that, but yeah. Ms. Julie, that is an incredibly impolite thing to do. I would highly suggest you take your scamming ass self elsewhere. Sorry, the bots like to go full force sometimes. Thank you, Playful. I appreciate. I'm glad I was able to help. Oh, dang, and you just had a conversation with him about it today. Oof. 14 years. Oh my God. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. To say the least, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Yeah. There's a reason that I love my cards. I appreciate it so much. So if you go up to the links in Lio, it's $5 per card. There are a couple ways to pay there. And you can buy anywhere between 1 and 10 cards. One of these days, I know somebody's going to ask for like a half deck or a whole deck read. That's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a marathon right there. But yeah, like for right now, between 1 and 10 cards. If a couple extra cards jump out of their own accord, don't worry, you get those for free. That is part of the read. Sometimes extra nuance is needed. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hear you. Girl. I hear you. Fair. Oh, those are intense. I did one of those once, and it was for a person, an acquaintance in real life, that was becoming far too attached to me and trying to entangle with me. And then they finally got me incredibly inebriated while I had my this deck actually in my hands. And they were like, oh, come on, read. And I'm like, I don't think you want that. I'm very inebriated. I'm like, they're like, no, come on. It's going to be like fun. It's going to be fun. I'm like, okay. So I started shuffling and just let it flow. And I had gone through at least a quarter of the deck just doing a straight, here's what's going on, da-da-da-da-da, I can't be around you anymore. This is detrimental to me. Here's what's going on and why. You're trying to take too much energy. You're trying to override. This is not going to work out well. My deity, like by the time I was about a quarter way through that deck, they were as pale as paper, and I did not speak to that person again after that, to say the least. So yeah. Oh yeah. It'll put your life on blast. Like, cards when fully read are very, they're gonna tell you. They are definitely gonna tell you. I'm like, they didn't trust that I knew what I was talking about, and I read them for filth. And the funny thing is I didn't know what they were lying about per se, but I knew that they were not telling me the whole truth on something. And I'm like, it seems that like you're lying about people that you've interacted with. It seems like you're lying about, business, about love, about this, that, and the third, and da-da-da-da. And then I happened to run into somebody that they had said that they had had interactions with. And I was like, I need to know, just because I need to know, because this person is putting out this particular information and I know that this could be damaging to your career. They're telling me that you've had interactions with them and good times with them. And I know sometimes you're playful, flirty. I'm like, is there any credence to this? I don't hold it against you. I just need to know if this person is fucking your reputation over right now. And they're like, no, absolutely not. A, I fucking love my partner. B, I am very monogamous. Like, the flirty is a thing, but like, it literally goes nowhere. And them, especially not them. They're not my type. They're not in my age range. Like, absolutely not. And I've never been at a convention with them for an extended period of time, let alone in a place where we could have those interactions. No. I'm like, that's what I thought. Just had to make sure. I'm like, you can speak to them as you wish, but I wanted to make sure because something was really off. Oh, no, I was talking about the person that this friend, acquaintance of mine that I read down for filth. They had said that they were having interactions with a person who was in the industry. So I wanted to double check whether or not they were telling tales out of school. So I am single. This happened like a decade or so ago. I know I am currently happily single and waiting for a person who meets my standards and a person who meshes well with me to come along. But yeah. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Oh, I think we just got a... Yay! One card pull. Who's my one card pull? I saw that you just sent. Hey, dog lover, how you doing? Now I think I understand. Oh, okay, perfect. It's like, now I think I understand why we're working with the steampunk deck today, because I think if we were using the Shadowscape deck, the reads would be filth. Like, yeah, that'd be brutal. They would be brutal under Mars. Hey, I'm doing pretty good, hanging in there as best I can, reading the cards and all that kind of good stuff. And if you're a subscriber, do make sure that you ask for your one free card pull per month. I adore you all. I don't know why, but I've got like full volume My Chemical Romance playing through my head right now. Ah. Ooh, Five of Swords. Oh, so much Mars eclipse. Oh my god. So the Five of Swords. I know, right? It's definitely a five right there. So the Five of Swords is like getting ready for a little kerfuffle, or a victory that's in this particular case a victory that's tinged with like a bit of ash, a little bit of distaste. So yeah, you won the fight. Yeah, you won the argument. But instead of feeling like, yeah, vindicated, got that shit, told you so, it's much more like, fuck you. it's so, oh. You're like, yeah, I won, but damn it, I hated being right in this particular instance. Like, you're gonna laugh about it. You're definitely gonna laugh about it in a little while, but like, in the moment, whatever this little disagreement or kerfuffle is, it feels like a hollow victory. And honestly, it feels like that probably because whatever was going on, whoever this disagreement was, it's semantic. It, like, wrong choice of words, something was poorly explained. Like, kind of like how sometimes when you read a text message and you read it in your head, you're like, oh, that's some bullshit. But if somebody were to actually say it out loud and you could actually hear the inflection in their voice, you wouldn't be nearly as mad about it. You'd be like, oh, okay, okay, that's how I'm supposed to take it, not that way. So, you don't have to apologize for anything. You don't have to, like, backtrack anything. But yeah, there's definitely some bruised ego, bruised feeling. You were correct, but maybe you also went about it a little bit sharply. Give them a week or two to cool down before you reapproach, as it were. But yeah, like, it's like, yeah, you were right, but also there was probably a better way to go about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, definitely give it a at least a good week to calm down, cool down before you reapproach this person and go, are we cool? Are we good? I know we had our little kerfuffle, but I'm hoping this does not affect us going forward. I think we were both a little bit bitey, a little bit fighty, and maybe it was just a little too much. So, yeah. I like Earl Grey Lavender. Both of those tend to help calm my system down, as it were. Green Tea Jasmine works really nicely. And then I just learned of a really new one that works really well. It's supposed to be served hot. Apple, ginger, and red date, aka jujube, juju fruit. You can get them usually at Asian markets. You can also order them offline. They come usually dried, and just steep those in a little pot for about 20 minutes. You can add honey, you can add lemon if you want, and that is supposed to be drunk about as warm as you can get it, and it should help a lot with the cramping. Make sure that you're not mixing any sort of like mugwort or anything that would stimulate cramps, because I know that there are some herbs and whatnots out there that can kind of help the overall hormonal, but sometimes they will also stimulate cramping to get you through it faster. So yeah, just make sure you're not pairing those up, or else your body's gonna go, are we cramping or are we not cramping? Like, what's going on here? So yeah, that and heat pads. Heat pads are a good thing, but yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, casterberry? Chasterberry. Chasteberry. Don't know why I had so much trouble reading that particular word. Yeah, you're welcome. Funny enough, I had the works ripped out about 10 years ago at this point. I have never been a happier camper in my entire damn life. Still have the log jam and the water slide, but the rest of the fun park is gone. Thank fuck. No more kids land. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, this is information to me. I can laugh at it now. I came up with stage 3 cancer, and they were like, oh no, it's fine, it's your weight, it's just your weight, your hormones and everything, it's because your weight, it's your weight. I'm like, get fucked, it is not my weight that is doing all of this, can you please fix this shit? And then they're like, oh, stage 3 cancer. I'm like, great, now what? And they're like, we can take it all out? And I'm like, when you say all, do you mean like all, or are you leaving me with at least the fun parts? They're like, we can leave you with the log jam and the water slide, but the kids section of the park gotta come out. And I'm like, take it! Take it! I never wanted kids, I never needed kids, like, fuck that noise. Let's go! They're like, shit, seriously? I'm like, seriously. I'm like, oh my god. Now, trust me, I've definitely had those mental moments where I've had a little bit of a breakdown over losing it. At the same point in time, I have never felt freer in my entire fucking life. Yeah, do it. If you can do it, do it. Do it. Ah, you did! Oh my god, you did! Thank you! Dog lover, you really did hold to it. Hey, Viz! Right. It honestly, it is so fucking freeing. It is so, like, not having that concern, not having that worry in the backside of your head is, oh my god, yes. Oh, so much better. Such a good boy. I'm sorry, that was wrong of me to say. I should have checked on that phrasing first. Thank you, dog lover. I appreciate that. There's, oh, that's, so let's see. Looks like, I think I just need one of those, right? Yeah. There we go. Are you a bad boy? Are ya? Are ya? I'm too frisky for my own good. I'm too frisky right now for my own good. I know my mouth is going to get ahead of me if I let it. So, because I had to have absolutely everything taken out, and because it was a very, very particular type of cancer, they were not able to put me on hormone replacement, which I'm okay with. Me and estrogen did not get along. I am very okay with not having that replaced. Although I kind of want to try a very, very, very low dose of testosterone, because I hear that actually helps stabilize things in other ways. But yeah, me and estrogen, not a good mix. Not a good mix. I mean, who doesn't? Who isn't? I mean, no. I'm gonna get myself in trouble that way. Just saying. Just saying. Hello. How's everybody doing? Boy, this is a good day to get cards read. This is a really good day to get cards read. Holy crap, I don't think I've ever had my steampunk deck be so brutally honest. In a slightly fun way, but brutally honest. Boy, we're dealing with a lot of conflict cards today, too. Oh, hush now. Don't get me kicked. Don't get me kicked. We have to remain by some of the rules of decorum. We can do that other places. One of these days I will set up a schedule for when I will be on my verified sites. I know that I've got to put in some more work over there doing lives and whatnot. But yeah, we can definitely talk that way in other places. But yeah, we still have to give it someone PG-13 over here. Ah, yes. So, if you go to my throne room, basically Blinks and Lio, go to throne. Keys to the Kingdom are there, and I tend to appear most often where the loyal fans know where to go. Thank you, darling. Because I just did my first more revealing shoot, and I will be posting up pictures and video from that soon. So, yeah. Boy, when I tell you I'm coming into my Dark Temptress arc. Okay, give me just a second. I'm going to run and take a quick bio break. And yes, by the way, anybody can sign up for those. It is a verified site, so you have to be over a certain age, yes. But I do not just cater to one side or the other. I like interacting with all different genders, all different sexes. I have menus up. People will know what is appropriate, what is not appropriate, and what to expect, so feel free to have that. I might do a little modification on the menu because I am now more comfortable with certain things, so I'm just saying. So let me go take a very quick bio break, and then I will be right back, and we can read some more cards. If you would like to purchase a reading, it is $5 per card, and just go up to the Blinks and Lio, and there will be some links right there. Hey! Aw, thank you. Thank you, Morgan. I'll be right back. Right back. Hello, darlings. How are we doing today? Apparently we're having a very good day for card reads, and fantastic day for a little bit of cleansing. I'm going to be doing some of my own personal casting later on. No, that will not be televised. Although I might take pictures of it, so. How's everybody doing? Let's see, we did, what was it? It was Mars eclipse was this morning, and the solar eclipse was this morning. Thank you. Right? Isn't it just absolutely... The curls are curling, the bounce is bouncing. And that salt and pepper is looking fan-frickin-tastic. Ugh, I love it. Sorry, I've never wanted to look younger. I've just had a very young looking face for a very long time. So when my hair started going gray, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Please, yes, let me have some age. Just saying. Thank you. What can I say? Natural beauty and everything. Yeah, you know, I'm yeah, leaning into what I am meant to be. That, and I've got some spectacular backlighting right now. Thank you, darling. Solo Giovanni number 5. Sorry. Yeah, Solo Giovanni number 5. That's the lip stain. A little Wet n Wild, or I'm sorry, no, LA Colors lip liner, and then just a little bit of holographic gloss over the top. Thank you. Red is definitely one of my favorite colors, hence the name Sanguine. So sanguine threads, and aka red. Deep red, fervent, passionate. I'm all of those things, you know. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. We do love some good jewel tones around here. Hello, hello. Welcome on in. Come on in. We just did a candle cleansing / blessing. I now have basically 5 clean candles that I can use towards my own ends when it comes to spell crafting, rituals, all that kind of good stuff. Plus, I picked up these beautiful black taper candles, which I'm going to have some fun with tonight. We're going to do some casting, some conjuring, some manifesting, some whatnot. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Playful. Yeah, right now these cards are definitely on a tear. If you need to know, I would highly suggest picking up at least 1 card, 2 card. You can purchase between 1 and 10 cards. If you are hoping to get a marathon read, I would highly, and by marathon read I mean like quarter deck or more, I would highly suggest waiting about 2 weeks. So roughly mid-April or so, once the Mercury retrograde is over, then I'll be able to do extended reads. I'll be on till at least about 3 o'clock. The spell casting that I want to do for myself, I won't do until it's dark. So, yeah. I'll give myself a couple hours, but yeah. I will be here for at least a little while longer. Okay, 2 card pull. No, probably not. If I am on, it's going to be like late night. So like it wouldn't be till about 10 o'clock my time is when I'd be on, if I'm going to be on. I'm not a person who necessarily subscribes to this color candle on this day. I'm a chaos witch, so whatever my intuition is saying on the day is how I will conduct myself. So like I usually use black on any given day. Yeah, no, I go with my intuition. Now there are certain orders or groups that tend to go by, okay, this candle for this day, you know, this color, these herbs, this kind of manifestation, and I'm like, okay, I'll follow that when I can, but when I can't, I'm not gonna stress about it. Especially seeing as some of the deities that I work with, it's like you just need to show your ass up. We're not waiting till a day because there's a good chance you will forget. Joy of ADHD. But yeah. Okay, coffee. Coffee can go by the wayside for a second. Do you like my melon tea? So So some melon milk tea. Oh, it is good. It is definitely good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gently sweet without being like too sugary sweet. Really nice, soft, milky flavor. Soft melon flavor. It's not overwhelming. It is fantastic. So black is fantastic for soaking up negativity, extra added protection, anti-hex, anti-jinx kind of stuff. They are a very strong candle, and they're also good for helping to ground and protect. Especially at a if you need to throw it back at someone, black candles highly suggested. Hey Demon, how you doing? Yes it was, yes it was. I'm like, I knew I needed something melon, and at first I had picked up melon soda, and I'm like, nah, melon soda doesn't. And then I walked by the melon milk tea, and I'm like, that's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I need. You like my lips? What can I say? Thank you. Right. I love a good milk tea. And if you can add a subtle fruit flavor into the tea, I am a very happy camper. And like, I've been wanting melon tea for, you have no idea. Oh yeah, that is definitely my mouth is moving faster than my filter was right there. Which I am becoming far more comfortable, because I am becoming far more comfortable, and I will be posting up far more comfortable things in places where you need to be age verified to be. So if you are a truly loyal fan, I would highly suggest. I will be scheduling posts for tomorrow. Probably one tonight and a couple tomorrow. Yeah, if you are looking for custom content, custom pictures and whatnot, by all means, feel free to approach in the appropriate places to say. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody? Come on in. Hopefully we are doing well. Apparently we are doing very well when it comes to these cards today. We are in Mars eclipse was today, and apparently there is a lot of fighty bitey conflict stuff is being brought to the front so that it can be dealt with. So yeah. Oh, just wait. Just wait. Just wait till you see. Even, let's put it this way, I usually have a little bit of I'm very confident in myself, but when I take pictures, sometimes I just look at them and go, the face is serving, but I'm hating the composition. Or, I don't like it. Something will throw me off. These pictures and videos that I took, I was like, God damn. Yes. 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 And And I even had a trusted source that I'm like, can I send you just a picture? I need you to tell me if the lighting, the composition on this is good or not. You know, I'm asking permission because you know why. And they're like, yeah, go ahead, send one. And I'll take a look. Damn! Good damn or bad? You did really, really good. And also, are there more of these? I'm like, yes, there are. And they're like, and I'll be buying you lunch. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate. I'm like, yeah, no, you did good. You did good. You did good. I'm like, because for once I didn't go with the standard costuming. I decided to like just go full tilt Victorian broth worker. Like the madam of the house. So, yeah, it worked. Are you a subscriber? Did I pull your card for you yet, my dear Playful? Because you've been ever so kind and ever so generous. So, would you like a card pull? Let me go ahead and clear and clear and clear. That way I can see. Oh, thank you. I was like, oh, I thought I had cleared those beforehand. There we are. Fair. Thank you. I'm like, I will give you a free one. You've been very kind and sweet and generous throughout. Jesus. Fuck. Oh, wow. Off to dinner. Have a good night, dear. So, you pulled the Fool and the Tower in reverse. I'm sorry. This actually has much better energy than you would think. So the Fool is embarking on a new journey, going on like a new adventure, new places, new spaces. It doesn't mean that you are uneducated. It doesn't mean that you are, foolish. It just means you're going in with an open heart, open mind, ready to learn from the experience, ready to enjoy yourself. You still have plenty of, like your skill set is still there, your knowledge is still there, but this might be a little bit of a new place, new space, new adventure, and you're going into it very wanting, willing, passionately, well, like really here for it, really here for it. And you're to be a little trepidatious for especially going into a new space or into a new situation. But, like, you go in without fear. And I absolutely adore that. Like, and trust me, fear is... like, you can have that nerves or that nervousness, but, like, fear is where you're like, everything's gonna go wrong, and, oh, God, I don't know if I can do this. Like, your mind is already shutting down when you have fear running through you. But this isn't fear. This is like, okay, this could be good. A little bit wild, but this could be good. And then... our lovely Tower in reverse. The Tower tends to speak to being overly strict, micromanaging, creating so much structure that nothing can organically come from it, nothing can organically grow from it. And it definitely feels like the walls are starting to get snug. The amount of stuff you're getting a little full. It's hoarder, a little bit. But like, you already understand that there needs to be growth. That's why you're going on the new journey. So you're already ready to, like, we're gonna bust down, a wall here or there. We're gonna expand this room. You're willing to do the deconstruction yourself rather than waiting for the universe to kick the stool out from under you, as it were. So yeah, like, you understand because you can already feel that snugness. You can feel it kind of closing in, but you already have a good mindset that you know what you need to do. You're going to have to follow through on that. You're definitely going to have to follow through on it. But you're in a good place, in a good mindset to actually do something about that. So yeah. Go do the adventuring. But just don't forget to undo some of that micromanagement. Like, free up some of that space. Free up some of that. Get rid of some of the rules that don't serve you. Get rid of the things that are not helping you become a better person or a better individual. Like, it's okay to get rid of them, especially when you can get rid of them of your own accord. Yeah. Do it. Rules are good, structure is good, but if you have so much that you never change, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That will not serve you. I love when the Fool card comes up. The Fool is not... A fool does not mean, like, naive. Fool does not mean a person with no knowledge, no skills, nothing. It just means, okay, this is going to be new. This is going to be new. This is going to be different. This is definitely going to be kind of outside my skill set or outside my normal. But that is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. I think we are led to believe that, you have to be once you're an adult, you have to know everything, that you have to have all your shit together, that if you go in unknowledgeable on something that you are bad. You're not. It just means you recognize that you don't know everything. You recognize that you're going to need to up your game or change your skill set or learn some new things. And if you go in, open-hearted in everything, that makes it a whole lot easier. I think I've had only 1 or 2 reads where the person really did not, or at least they told me they really did not resonate with the read. So I'm not sure if they were expecting wholeheartedly something else and just really did not like the result. But I mean, it is what it is. And also, I'm a person. I am mortal through and through. So maybe there is going to be some times that I misinterpret or do not get a good clean read. That's why sometimes when I'm like super exhausted or super angsty or something, I won't do readings. Mostly because I'm like, I don't need my attitude or my headspace, especially a fouled headspace, to put bias on a reading that does not need to be there. Now, I've had a couple people who tried to like bullshit me about themselves, and like the cards were like, I'm like, I mean, okay, but oh, they do. Some people do have trouble relating to their own lives, and some are truly and wholly delusional. So, yeah. Oh, you mean like, have I ever run into like a charlatan or a cold reader? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely have. This is why I'm always encouraging people to be skeptical, and like, if something doesn't feel like it resonates or it doesn't feel like it's coming from a good source. Like, if you get a bad feeling about a person, trust the gut, trust the instinct. They might not be a bad person, but like, maybe they do not resonate with you, and maybe you don't resonate with them for a reason. So, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely. Anybody who wants to know everything about you first, like, oh, what's your sign? Oh, how old are you? What do you work as? Da-da-da. When somebody looks for a bunch of information up front, that's going to lead, at the very least, to bias, in my opinion. In my opinion, only in my opinion. It is not the hard and fast rule. But yeah, like, if they're, like, fishing for info, did you have somebody older pass away, maybe more recently? No, maybe a couple years back? It feels like a feminine figure, older, kind of salt and pepper hair. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And there's a whole reason that I'm like, go ahead and do the blinks and lie, then come back, but don't tell me shit. Like, you don't need to tell me anything. I don't need to know your first name. I don't need to know even what your question is. This is going to tell me everything that needs to be said. And I would much rather go through the cards and then have the person go, well, shit. Well, no, I didn't really, I didn't really resonate with that. Okay, that's totally cool. Or, shit, that was a lot more information than I was expecting from you. That's kind of, holy shit. I'm like, take and go, do with it as you will. Right, yeah. Like, the more info they're asking for, the more likely it is that they're either trying to do a cold read or a scam, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Do I believe in auras? Yes. I cannot see a person's aura per se, but I can perceive it. I can feel it quite often, especially if I'm in a room with them, or I can see like a direct representation of them. I will definitely get a read on a person, very, very quickly. Very, very, very quickly. And it's like, huh. Yeah. And sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a person I can vibe with, or, oh, yeah, I like that. Other times I'm just like, oh, there's something's not right. Something's not right. All the way up to the, so I'm pretty sure this person has pieces of somebody buried somewhere. I find twin flames to be an interesting concept, but I feel sometimes that it's a little limited. I think that there are definitely people who have a resonance that will match up and, like, vibrate well with another person. But I have been called somebody's twin flame or twin on a number of occasions, and I think every single time I've really wanted to go, we're going to be good friends. We're going to match up on a lot of stuff, but you're not going to be like an other half to me. You're not going to be a big piece to me, 'cause no. And I think it's much more that there are people that, yes, you absolutely resonate with and you will resonate incredibly strongly with. But when you say twin flame, twin means myself and, one person and another person. It's a two. I think there can be more than one person that you incredibly strongly resonate with in your life. And I think I've only met like one person, and that person is my Virgo. And we don't resonate anymore on a romantic level, but we definitely resonate on a person-to-person level. And I have known him for over 20 years now. Well over 20 years now. And we dated for about 5 or 6 of those. But yeah, like, even when we walk apart from each other and do our own things in our own lives for a while, every time we come back together, whether I am in crisis or not, and I like to show up when I'm not in crisis sometimes, But whether we're in crisis or not, like, it's like no time has passed, and we get it. We get it. And he understands me, like, really understands me, and I really understand him. And so, yeah, we can talk about everything and nothing, and it's so delicious. I love it. They really are. I absolutely adore my Virgo. And I think he has given me quite the bias towards adoring other Virgos, because they tend to be really, really super chill for the most part. They're quiet at first. Once you get to know them, they'll relax a little bit. And, you know, when they vibe with you, they vibe with you. And if you piss them off, they're not going to find the pieces. They're not going to find the pieces, but yeah. Yes, he's married. He's married to somebody that I've known for about 20 some odd years as well. Funny enough, I was working with that person, and then I introduced his spouse, his husband, to him. And it was funny because Renaissance Fair, his husband, you know, came up and was like, "Oh, hey girl, hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah, because we're, you know, exchanging whatever. And he looks over my shoulder and is like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's my boyfriend. Do you want to meet him?" Yeah. I'm like, I noticed that pause. I didn't say anything. I didn't point it, but I'm like, I noticed that pause. You know, I brought my boyfriend over. I'm like, yeah, this is my boyfriend. You know, and introduced them and whatnot. And then, you know, I kind of kept in my head that little pause there, and then the little pause that I noticed my boyfriend had. I'm like, this is going to be useful later on. And so, you know, me and my Virgo, we dated for about 5-6 years. And we separated very amicably, remained friends. And a couple years down the line, I'm like, wow, my bestie has not dated others. Come on, listen. So, you know, I helped him on a date or two. And then I was like, hey, what about this person? And he's like, I like him, but I think I'm a little too young for him. He's probably not going to, like, appreciate my youth, as it were. And, you know, I'd like to, but, you know, I don't want to get rejected like that. I was like, went over to my Libra, and I was like, hey, what do you think about Virgo? Oh, he's really nice. He is incredibly handsome, but, you know, he's young, and I'm kind of older, and I don't think he's gonna, you know, he's not gonna want this. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. So waited for an opportunity when my Libra invited me to show up to one of his drag shows. And I was like, oh, hey, can I bring somebody with me? He's like, yeah, sure. So I brought the Virgo with. Proceeded to get incredibly sloshed. Thank goodness my Virgo was driving. Proceeded to get incredibly sloshed. Grabbed my Virgo by the hand, drug him over to the Libra, and went, yeah, and you, we are going to dinner together. And they just kind of stared at each other real quick. And I'm like, I have to go piss. And took off to the bathrooms. So they set up for a date, and they were pretty much together ever since. And he, like, asked me at one point, he's like, why? Why? And I'm like, because I want my best friend to be happy. And my best friend being happy with another one of my good friends, that's the best of all the worlds. And he's like, jealousy? And I'm like, I know that I'm going to feel some of the pangs of jealousy and whatnot, because I am a person who needs a lot of attention, but that jealousy that pang should never override your happiness. That's your life to live. I will just have to adjust and grow and become a better person and understand that I cannot always occupy all times at all times, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm just going to have to grow up and get the fuck past it. And if that is my hang-up, that is my hang-up. That should never dictate whether or not you get to be happy. So, fucking run with it. Go. Funny enough, we had dated for 3 years when he hesitantly broke the news to me that he was bi and that he was terrified of telling me. He already knew that I was bi. He already knew that I was out of the closet. I was like, fuck this noise. I now know what I am. I'm bi and probably something more, but let's go. So yeah, when we had been dating for about 3 years, he finally hesitantly came out to me over a long thought out email. And I was like, yeah, we're going to need to talk in person. He's like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I'm like, get in the car. I'm like, okay. The moment he got in the car, I turned and just everything I had. Luckily, I was seated and didn't get a run up to it. But yeah, the moment he sat in the car, I turned, just jammed him one in the shoulder. He's like, ah. I'm like, that's for not telling me. And not because I'm mad at you for being bi. I'm mad that you didn't tell me, of all people, seeing as I am so very queer and so very out about it and so relaxed about it. Like, what the fuck? And he's like, well, I'm currently dating you. I didn't want you thinking that I was looking at other people per se. I'm like, I appreciate that you told me. Thank you for coming out to me. Don't ever feel that you have to keep those parts of yourself from me, because I would much rather date all of you than pieces of you. So, yeah. Loved him to bits and pieces, and then, got him together with his spouse. And so now his romantic leanings are much more towards that side of the scale, but I am very okay with that. And he's still my best friend after over 20 years. So, yeah. I would much rather date somebody who trusts me to love all the pieces of them and for them who they are, rather than have somebody who thinks that they have to present themselves in a particular way, or else they will be judged or loved less or suspected of having eyes for others, just because. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not how I work. Let me love you for all the pieces of who you are. Yes. So yeah, the Virgo and the Leo, the Virgo and the Libra, the ones that I dog sat for, those are the people I'm talking about. But yeah, I adore them. They've got a little over a decade. They've got a little over a decade of difference age-wise. But yeah, my friend Virgo was, I think, in his very, very early 30s. So he was full brain formed, good to go. No, there was nothing untoward about it whatsoever. So yeah. But I adore him. I love him. And then I do have this odd way of attracting bisexual and queer people towards myself without meaning to, especially when it comes to the men folk. I swear. So some of the people who have come out to me, I'm just like, oh, that explains it. And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, I knew there was something, I just didn't know what it was, but I was pretty sure that there was some sort of an LGBTQ plus questioning something in there. I knew there was something different. I just couldn't put my finger on it, and I did not want to tell you in case that I was like completely reading it wrong, or if you just weren't ready to process it. So yeah, no, that makes sense now. And they're like, I'm like, do you want me to tell you the rest of what I'm thinking? And they're like, no, but also yes. I'm like, okay. I'll give you a quick rundown, but yeah. Hello. How's everybody doing? Good time to get your cards done. Definitely got some very, very frisky cards today. So yeah, if you're feeling the pull towards it, and you need some sage advice, or at least you need to know what the embattlement going on is. But yeah. Really? You've never been read? If you feel, blinks are in Lio. It's $5 per card. You can get between 1 and 10 cards. 1 card is a nice, quick, gentle read, kind of tells you what's going on around you. A 10 card read is going to be very in-depth. It's going to read you for filth. It's going to give you a lot of nuance. But I know not everybody likes to jump in at the 10 card read level. So if you feel as such, by all means, grab yourself a little read. We do it live, that way you know you're getting what you're getting, and I don't have any sort of time to like go look up information on you, check profiles, do anything other than read what the cards are telling me. Oh, and I never slide into DMs. So if somebody slides into the DMs swearing that they're me, it's my backup account, da da da, the universe has sent me to you, beloved, and God has sent... I'm ex-evangelical Christian. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No. I don't. That, and I'm a millennial. Like, making a phone call makes my skin twitch, so... sliding into a DMs, especially about doing a card read, no, that would not be me. But yeah, I like to do everything live, that way you know you've paid for it and you're getting it. Okay, Feisties. I'm going with my steampunk deck today, because we need feisty, we don't need a head ripped off, because I know my Shadowscape will be absolutely brutal. Right. I think millennials and Gen Zs especially are like, calling people no thank you. But yeah. Or if you're an introvert. Oh my God. Report and block. Or, I mean, hey, if you're in a good and feisty mood, you can always waste their time. Like, feel free to run them ragged. But yeah, report, block, do as you need. The scammers love to come into live streams where card readings are happening, and then they try and, of course, they basically just go down the list and try and get everybody. And it's like, any true card reader, a person who is a sensitive, a medium, that kind of thing, we don't go looking for y'all. We wait for the audience to come to us and ask for our services. Because we know, not everybody's going to be called to get their cards read or visit a medium or anything like that. Some people, they're going to get that, I really feel like I need this. I really feel like I need, let me show up, let me talk. Let's see if I like the vibe. Other people, that is never going to be in their wheelhouse, and that is perfectly okay. And anybody who goes out of their way to like contact you, the universe has sent me. No. You think you've got a soft target. You think you've got somebody who's oh my God, I have to. Oh. Yeah, no. Love spell. As if I have conjured. As if I have conjured. What did I say? That part. Spend hours and hours on Discord with like 5 people. Yeah. Make a 10-minute phone call for something that you need to get done. 2-3 weeks later, okay, fine. Okay, we got this. Yeah, go ahead and block them as well. We are not, no. I'm like, that, and I'm sorry, if anybody ever offers to do a love spell for you, don't fall down the trap of having other people do spells of that nature, especially, thank you, Playful. Don't ever fall down the trap of having people do that kind of spell for you, or trust them to do that kind of spell for you. A, they'll make you pay through the nose, firstly. But secondly, if they are actually doing spell work after that, that can be really, really bad. Really bad. Especially if it's, you know, overriding a person's free will or whatnot. Just, Now, if you go to them and get that service done in person, that's one thing. But, like, somebody seeking you out for that? No. Right, wouldn't that be great? Telehealth over Overwatch or Fortnite, or you're like, okay, I'll meet you in Baldur's Gate. So I'm looking over your test results here. Yeah, no, we're gonna go on that quest next. So I'm that'd be funny. Be funny as hell, and somehow I think that would also be a lot easier. But yeah, just saying. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, Art Bunny. Hey, Sierra. How you doing today, dear? Yeah, this morning was the Mars solar eclipse, so the House of Mars, basically, or the Mars rulership, solar eclipse this morning. So yeah, the cards are feisty in the best of ways. It's definitely showing a lot of the conflict that's going on in some people's lives that needed to be addressed. So yeah, you know. Ooh, chicken bacon ranch sandwich. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Oh, good. I love that. It's fantastic. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Hypnosis can work. Absolutely, hypnosis can work. Especially if you go to a reputable source. I unfortunately had some bad instances with working with somebody who did hypnosis. So my brain is now on high alert anytime somebody tries it. So it's actually a lot harder to hypnotize me now. But yeah, I think it works. I just don't think it's a cure-all. It's still something that is going to take concentrated effort. So yeah. And I just got followed by Christian's Tarot. I do hope you're going to be talking in chat with me very, very shortly, because if you're going to be joining me, especially if you're going to be following me, since I've had more than enough of the particular kind of person following me lately, go ahead and sound off, Christians. Spelled with a K, not with a C. Everybody calm down. I can feel the collective pucker. How you doing, Christians? You got about 30 seconds more to at least introduce yourself. Okay. Sorry, sometimes when the name is super duper obvious and they just follow but they do not speak. If a clearly card reader slash esoteric metaphysical, spellcaster type follows you, like one that is clearly and poorly spelled especially, like, and they won't talk to you, and they won't like present themselves, assume that is a bot account or a fish account that is gonna try and, hit you up later or hit up your followers later. So yeah, just take the extra step. Once you know these things, it becomes more, Hello, Nat. How you doing today? My goodness, 21.6K. Thank you so much. Y'all are fantastic. I appreciate this. Oh, let me check something real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure things are actually downloading. Ugh. Ooh, okay, so if you're moving somewhere and you're trying to make sure that stuff isn't coming with you, I would do a heel knock spell. Literally, like heel, boots, heel. Black salt. Oh god, if you want to go old school cleansers, frankincense, myrrh, hyssop, regular salt, black candle. You can look up a couple of different spells. Sometimes there are oil components or incense components. Sometimes I just do the really fast, dirty, nasty version. I give about as much respect to the place that I'm leaving as it gave to me. So if it was just really nasty, you make sure that shit gets left behind. But basically, you either do it at the entrance, not the doorway itself per se, but like at the front of the porch, or do it at the lip of the driveway. And basically, you do your chanting, you do your cleansing, all as you're getting packed and whatnot, so that whatever is there is being driven away as you are packing and moving. And then to finish it, you basically black salt across that like the driveway or the porch front. Black salt all the way across. Light that candle in front of the salt. Let that burn for a hot second. And then literally knock your heels or kick your heels against that stoop or that driveway to basically kick off any other bad shit that might try and come with. And then just also make sure that you do like a salt cleanse or a smoke cleanse, whatever works best for you, of your new place even before you move in. So like if you can get there like a day beforehand and literally sprinkle, what is it, usually salt, lavender, rosemary. I know it sounds like a cooking class half the time. But yeah, you sprinkle all of your cleansing salts throughout the house, or even into, like, some people do it just in the corners of the room. Other people will do it literally throughout the house. I like to do kind of throughout the house. And then you sweep it all up. After you've, completed the ritual, you sweep it all up. You take it out and you throw it away. Don't move all of your stuff in and then try and sweep. You're going to miss some of the salt and whatnot. But yeah, you just do that throughout and then you sweep it all up nice and thorough. Take it out and dump it in the trash. Let the landfill have it. If you don't know if your boyfriend is loyal to you, then please talk to your partner. Communicate with your partner first before you... In fact, don't ever consult cards. Don't ever consult cards or divination for that. Like, actually talk to your partner. Because, A, you don't want a self-fulfilling prophecy. And B, the cards will sometimes not give you all the nuance to a situation, especially one as complicated as love. So, yeah. Go the more direct route and communicate with your partner instead of building up a bias in your own head that can then just spiral and make your life so much more complicated. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Playful. What was that? Okay, so apparently there is possibly a guest called Manifest Your Ex Back 0. If one of my mods finds them in the list, go ahead and, because those ones are my personal pet peeve. I can do a card reading about love, but the cards are going to tell you what the cards are going to tell you. They can't always tell you, though, if a person is cheating. Because cheating can come in different forms. For some people, cheating is strictly a touchy-touchy physical thing. For other people, cheating is an emotional thing. So, yeah. I don't know, talk to Cristo. If Jesus is gonna be better for you, you gotta talk to him first. Yeah, not everybody is meant for kids. Definitely not everybody is meant for kids. Every now and again, the Southern comes out in me. I had to learn the hard way. Like, I already knew that I never wanted kids, like, from the age of 15 on. I knew that I did not want kids. But it's a gift. But no, I did date somebody who had kids. Unfortunately, I dated actually more than one person who had kids. Neither here nor there. But yeah, no, I ended up dating somebody who had kids and moving in with them, even though I knew myself I never wanted children, and I knew that I was not a person who was meant to be around children or meant to have kids. Still ended up moving in with them, and it proceeded to be, I want to say, the worst year of my life. And yeah, stressed me out hard enough that I actually started having full-scale flashbacks to my childhood in the worst ways possible. So yeah, like, sometimes some people are not meant for kids, and it's very unfortunate. But when you find somebody who is meant to, you know, vibe with you and your kids, it is such a good thing. It is such a good thing. But yeah, if somebody says, yeah, kids are, trust them on that. Very much trust them on that. But yeah. Hey, shit happens. I survived, more or less, past it, you know. Yeah, if somebody's, sometimes a person will date you because they're interested in you, but they don't understand that you are more than just yourself. You are your family. You are your children. You are, you know, the people that you bring with. And if they are only dating you because they only want, then they are not meant for your life. Like, I know I'm a singular person. But if I had, like, I'll even take it down to the base level. If I had pets and they didn't like my pets, guess what? Then you're not going to be dating me. Like, my pets have been with me for probably longer than I have been dating you. So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but I'm hopefully glad that you were able to resolve things and possibly separate from early rather than getting married or getting integrated, getting really, really connected, and then having to separate, because that would be painful, not just for you, but also probably long-lasting pains for your child as well. So I'm sorry, but I'm also glad that you're recognizing it now and hopefully able to put distance now rather than later. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed. Yes. Yes. Yes, go for a drive. Well, because I had to recognize that not everything was black and white. I was raised on a very black and white way of thinking, and then enjoy it, darling, enjoy it. I was raised on very black and white thinking, and I recognized that it was so limited and didn't take into account for the nuances of life. It didn't take into account that sometimes something will be this way, sometimes it'll be the other way. Like, kind of like dark topic, but I'm using it because it's such a large topic, like death penalty. Well, you know, if somebody unalives somebody else, do you give them the unalive penalty, or do you just keep them in jail for the rest of your lives? If you think about it only as a this or that, it takes out the nuance of they unalived somebody because they were defending themselves and others. You know, it was a person with a pew-pew, and somebody else got the drop on them, and, you know, the pew-pew went off and unalived the assailant. Do you then penalize the person who ended up saving the lives of how many others because they took out the assailant? So yeah, everything has nuance. And so no one way is the best for everyone. And honestly, it would be a really, really, really boring world if only one was ever correct. Without nuance, without diversity, without so many different variations, we would have a very, very, very boring life. I would much rather have a little excitement and maybe not love and like everybody, but, you know, still agree that 95% of y'all are okay. Yeah, it's fine. We, you know, if I don't like you, that's fine. I'm gonna go over here. It's cool. We can have that particular difference. There are very few instances that I go, oh no, that is definitely an all or nothing kind of thing. Kind of like when it comes to Yahtzees and Yahtzee sympathizers and Yahtzee apologists. It's okay to punch Yahtzees. And if you have sympathizers, they can go the same way. And if you have an apologist, sympathizers and apologists, maybe you can change how they think about things, but more than likely they would have to be directly affected before they actually took some introspection on that particular subject. But yeah, I feel like if somebody wants to be a straight up okay, I will call you what you are for what you are, because you are literally aiming to make a world that is homogeneous, that is incredibly hierarchical, and is going to constantly be violent towards groups of people that are not perfect in your ideal. And nope, that don't work for me. So yeah, in that particular regard, that's a very hard and fast for me. Like, that's very black and white for me. For some people, it's not. For some people, they're like, no, I think I can change their mind. I'm going to work on changing their mind. I'm like, you do that. You do that. You do that. Because if I'm in the same room as them, I know that I cannot do that. I don't have that capacity. I do not have that kindness in me. It's Popper's paradox in that particular instance for me. So, for people who don't know Popper's paradox, because I know not everybody does philosophy and blah, blah. So, Popper's paradox is you can tolerate a lot of things, but you cannot tolerate detrimental intolerance. And detrimental intolerance is groups like Yahtzees, palm-colored supremacists, Black Hebrews, or Black Israelites. And that is not specifically people who live in that area. It is people who subscribe to the, we were the first ever, and we shall reclaim all of this, and we are, top of the heap, and everybody else is the devil. It's like, no. No. Like, right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, God, I can't. Like, sometimes, and I admit this myself, sometimes I'm a little bit of a Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm absolutely that. But not when it comes to people who are detrimental to the survival overall of society at large. Yes, my moon sign is Aries. So I am a Scorpio rising, Gemini sun, Aries moon. I want to say that my Venus is in Mercury? I think yeah. And then, funny enough, my Mercury is in, like, Cancer. Go figure that. And then I also have, I have Mars, Saturn, Jupiter in Virgo. That's a fun little stellium right there. Hello. How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. It's my chart is a little wild. Interesting wild, but, a little bit wild. I have my North Node in Leo. I think what is my Neptune in? I haven't fully gotten all of them memorized. I want to say I have at least one placement of Sagittarius. Yeah. Oh, Cancer moon. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. It's that whole birds of a feather. Or was it, what is that idiom? Great minds think alike, but fools rarely part. Well, of course you're emotional. Right now we've got Mars in eclipse, plus a Venus retrograde, which I think is going to be going on for a little while longer, and a Mercury retrograde. There's a lot of strife right now. There's a lot of angst right now, and a lot of conflict that is coming forward so that it can be resolved. So yeah, if you're feeling a little drained, if you're feeling a little out of sorts, if you're feeling kind of all over the place, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. To say the least, there's a lot of shit going on. Taurus moon, Gemini sun, Sagittarius. Ooh, straight shooting, hard-headed, but also a whirlwind. My goodness. That is... Sorry. Making sure that I've cleared some of this way. Just saying. So yeah, I'm Scorpio rising, so I'm up for a lot of stuff with very little judgment about it. Although when I do get overstressed, I do tend to go, smoke bomb, gone. And I don't mean to. I'm working on that. And then with the Aries in Moon, yeah, I'm a little bit of a fiery little goat. A little bit. I like a fight, okay? I like a tussle. I like a little bit of a struggle cuddle. I know I shouldn't, but I do. But at least I've gotten better at actually letting people know where my boundaries are so that they are less likely to step over the boundary lines and then have to have me suddenly go, no! Sometimes letting people know where your boundaries are, how you're feeling, will save a whole lot of hurt feelings and ego. Oh, double down Taurus rising and moon. Jesus. Like a herd of cattle. I know that at least one of my friends / acquaintances has at least, I think, 3 or 4 placements of Sagittarius. They themselves are a Sagittarius with like 3 or 4 more Sagittarius placements in their charts, and I'm like, ooh, brutal honesty in the most fun fashion. Nice. See, but I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. Because at least you're very straightforward, very honest. Like, we're just, this is how it's going to be, or I'm going to need to leave. You're straightforward. You definitely hold your ground. But, you're willing to do it in a blunt but kind way. And honestly, blunt but kind is a whole lot better than, I'm just being brutally honest. No, you're being a dick. Like, there's a difference. You can be honest without being brutally honest, Just say it, just say it. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Come on in, welcome. This is a little bit of witchy, a lot of tarot card readings, information, all different kinds of stuff goes on in here. We talk about everything and nothing, lovely, wandering conversations. I have a degree of fashion and a degree of psych. I have practiced witchcraft for 25 years, read tarot cards, 15 years casual, 2 years actually putting in the work, so yeah. Oh, you're a Capricorn. Really? Yeah. Now that's odd, but odd in a good way. You're a Capricorn. I usually don't get along with Capricorns, but I've had nothing but really good and fun interactions with you. So this again proves that any signs can get along, just, sometimes it's the exception versus the rule. Yeah, I love that. Tomorrow is my first scheduled day back. I need to find my what do you call it? Insulation bag. Well, yeah, we're gonna be dashing tomorrow. Oh, I love it. Heck yeah. Reading has been so much fun, and in a lot of ways it's eye-opening. I still cannot hardly read myself, though. I don't know if I'm just not quite at that level of non-bias, or if I'm just still a little bit blocked when it comes to reading myself. I'm guessing that I'm still a little bit blocked when it comes to reading myself. And I think it'll probably come with time and with a couple of adjustments, because I catastrophize just a touch when it comes to myself. Yeah, I mean, same difference. Definitely same difference. Right? I've attempted to read for myself, and I've either vehemently hurt my own feelings, or it has just been so on the nose that I'm like, this is stuff that I already knew, and yeah, it feels like a regurgitation of things I'm already worried about, rather than something that's actually prophetic and will help put me on a better path, or affirm that I'm on the right path. That part. Hi, James. How you doing? But no, 100% that. We are definitely our own worst critics. Yeah. Because, yeah, when my cards are like, hey, you're you're all over the place. I'm like, no shit. What part of this ADHD maelstrom did you think didn't know I was already all over? It's like, yeah. Or I accidentally read my own worst fears because I'm already thinking about it. So of course it's just a confirmation bias. I'm like, ugh. And it's like, yeah, and if somebody else read it for you, you'd be different now, wouldn't it? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that part. And the only time that I really want to read my cards is when I'm already agitated and I'm like, I already know that I'm going to get confirmation bias. So yeah, no. So sometimes I will mix the cards and then hand them off to other friends who read tarot, and I'll let them like read for me. Or I will let them mix and whatnot. So, well, I've been a hedge witch for pretty much my entire time. I don't tend to work within a coven, but then again, I don't think myself, let alone my style, my energy, how I understood everything, was nearly stable enough to be in a coven. I swing a lot of energy, and it's a lot of chaos. So I think I might have either been a detriment or it would have been like overloading a circuit. So I just did my own hedge witchy stuff for the longest time. Last time they told you were going for a trip, had a 17-day hospital visit. Holy shit. That's rough. No, we are not reading for all of humanity. You forget how many different types of people there are out there. And right now, there is so much chaos and so many groups that if it's a positive read for all, positive for who? So that's a whole lot of energy to channel. And the way I channel, that might have some very particular backlash. So I avoid doing those for a reason. Mostly because I don't want to accidentally step on the third rail, as it was. Although, wait. We can do pendulum. I know this is hilarious. For anybody out there who has religious trauma, yes, I do too. Found out that this lovely rosary actually does like to act as a pendulum for me. It is accurate, and it does not burn. I'm guessing that this was off of a, like, these are all, this is like a metal type bead or a very, very cold stone bead. And it's very friendly. It is, think Fleabag, okay? Like, right? I've had this thing now for a couple of years. I picked it up not out of oh, this is shiny, I want it. I got this like big jar of just jewelry of all different varieties from like not Salvation, from like a thrift store. They had like a big jar of it. So I poured it out, and this was sitting, and then I'm like, what the you know what? We're going to put this away. We're going to figure it out later on. And it has been years, and I have just never gotten rid of it, and it has never been unfriendly. In fact, it has been quite lovely every time I have picked it up. Honestly, better behaved than a lot of men. I was goofing around with it a couple nights ago and decided, to try some pendulum with it, and it worked really, really well. And I was like, what the fuck of all the things? And this was made in Italy. So I'm just like, so which priest who ran away with a parishioner did this come from? Really? Oh my god, you have the same one. That is funny. I love it. Oh my god. Same one as your dad gave you. Oh my goodness gracious. I love that you're picking up on the masculine sides of my my energy. And don't worry, masculine does not mean male. Masculine is just a little bit stronger, a little bit more forthright, a little bit more assertive in a lot of regards. Whereas feminine tends to be a little bit gentler, a little bit softer, more delegation of. So yeah, okay. I was like, I didn't want anybody to think that person was trying to lob a barb, because no, I believe I understood how they meant that. But yeah. Can I get a yes? Easy. Can I get a no? Thank you. Can I get a maybe? Thank you. There we go. So, what questions do we have? Oh, did I miss something? Oh my goodness, I must have looked down at just the wrong time. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. Well, I'm finally actually really leaning into, like, not just the divine feminine, but the dark divine feminine, and the just being unrepentant, unremittent, far less shame about just being who I am. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, when I say that this thing was practically dancing in my hand with how much energy. I'm like, because I was just showing off. I'm like, oh yeah, I got this thing, and like it did not want to sit still. It was just all over the place. I'm like, okay, let's have a little fun with it. And oh my god, and I had to laugh at how eager it was. Right. And there is nothing wrong with embodying how you feel, what you feel. You find things when you're meant to quite often, and you have to go through that growing process. And there's no one right way to be. So don't worry about it. Take your time, get it there. So what questions do we have? Since apparently he... Are you... That would be a yes. Or at least yes-like. Or would you prefer she? Oh, strongly no. Strongly no. So you're a male guide. That would be a strong yes. So, do we have questions? Feel free to shout out in the Oh, okay. Okay. So Rosie, hey, how you doing, Riven? Rosie, is that relationship going to end soon? No, doesn't seem like it. Siren is asking if Daniel will propose. Maybe. Yeah, that is a maybe. So code. Are they going to make a good partner to somebody? Yeah. Will April 15th be a historical day? 2025. Will April 15th of this year be a historical day? Yes. Apparently very yes. Should we be expecting violence on it? Let me refine that. Should we be expecting conflagration on that day? Oh, that's only a maybe. That is only a maybe. Hello, hello. Does Fatih want to get married to Owura? Maybe. Sounds like you've got a lot of courtship to do. Ooh, maybe leaning towards no. I'm sorry, this is fun. Any other questions? Woo with precision and make sure that you are putting your best foot forward in the most truthful fashion. Will they win the Powerball? Will they win the Powerball lottery one day? Strongly no. Strongly no. Will they have good fortune come to them? Okay, but you are still in for some good luck. Ah. Will Lennon's dream come to fruition? Yes. Refine that, Fitz, because we all unalive at some point. I mean, a lottery is like how many out of how many millions upon millions upon millions of people? And only one winner per week, so especially with the Powerball, fair enough. Will Identity Fits have major financial problems in this lifetime? Again, it's asking me to refine. Are we talking the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Will Identity Fits have financial problems in the next 5 years? Yes. But then again, look at the state of the economy and take that with a grain of salt. Will Goo Goo get married? Looks like a yes. Hey! So we're doing pendulum. I know what this looks like, okay? I'm sorry, this is the kind of blasphemy that absolutely tickles me pink. Oh, I'm just like, I didn't mean to. Like, I do have a certain level of blasphemous in me, but this was unintended. Found it out by accident. Yep, you can ask things are kind of yes or no. Make sure you have at least a somewhat limited scale, because somebody went, well, will I ever have problems? That's a broad. Then it was like, okay, well, financial. Again, too broad. They brought it down to financial in the next 5 years. Yes, but of course, grain of salt. Look at the economy overall. But yeah, yes and no, and I will do my best, and I will let you know if you need to refine. Right, like of all the things, because I have some pretty deep religious trauma. I'm an ex-evangelical Christian. The very fact that I can hold a rosary, like most of the time, if I pick up a rosary, it's like, oh, that feels gross. If it feels like somebody put potato starch all over my hand and then spaffed like a shot of baby oil across it, it just feels gross and weird, and I'm just no, that feels gross. No, get it. This, on the other hand, I'm just like, I can't stop fingering it. I can't stop, like, just playing with it in my hands. So, but yes, you can ask whatever you want, and we can do the thing. Hey, how's everybody doing? Come on in. Doing a little blasphemous pendulum, apparently. Oh, my day's actually been going pretty well. So far, so good. Ooh. Will Lenin be able to help the world change for the better? Strongly, yes. Does my nanny want to leave the job? Ooh, that's an odd tremor. I think they are deeply, deeply conflicted about whether they need to move on or not. So I don't even think it's solid in their mind, because it was a little maybe, little all over the place, with a whole, like, a tiny bit of maybe in between. But yeah, just like, I don't think they have fully decided. Are you okay, dear? Okay. Settle. Does Goo Goo have much more, or, yeah, will there be more to the spiritual journey in the future? Oh, strongly, yes, maybe? Ooh, strong maybe, actually. So, probably you've got a lot to do. You're gonna grow in some areas and others maybe not as much. But yeah. Oh, thank you. It's one of my favorites. I got it from Shein. Fair enough. Should you get a cat? No, that thing is fixed. I keep forgetting that I should probably update it. So, yeah. So, should they get a cat? Okay, so the want to get the cat is there, but you should probably wait a bit on that. Will their ex and them find each other again? Oh, that's a no. That's a big no. So probably please don't go looking kind of no. Like, you're not going to be good for each other kind of no. I have no idea where you're going to meet a life partner, and that is something well beyond the scope of a pendulum. I was like, yeah. Like, that was a strong no. And I'm kind of learning how to connect my usual intuitive gift through this. It's taking me a little bit, but yeah, it was like one of those, girl, no. I'm like, oh, okay, it's that kind of no. Oh, thank you very much. Is Ruben... Hold on, don't make a prejudgment, my goodness. Is Ruben the man for Gugu? Is Ruben the man for Gugu? Lots of energy, but apparently somebody has not actually made a good, solid decision on that just yet. Too many variables, too many moving factors. So, yeah. Okay. Is the one guiding the pendulum tired yet? Oh, nope, not tired yet. Yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes it happens. There's a lot of moving factors. It's it's life, it's people. There's a lot going on, so yeah. Would Gugu do better with a female partner? Nope. I was like, maybe I'll just... You never know. I'm like, nope, that's a strong no. That is a strong no. Apparently you are very, very firmly in that camp. Oh! Assam melon milk tea. It is absolutely amazing. It is so refreshing. Like, lightly milky, light melon flavor. Just, it's really, really nice. So wait, let me scroll back half a second. Ooh. Will that relationship with Charles be a success? That is a maybe, because relationships actually take work, and therefore you got to put in the effort. It is not just a given. Will Rebetswa love me romantically? Yeah, like, emphatically no. Do I ever just drink water? If it is ice cold, absolutely. Funny enough, I will chug like a pretty serious amount of water in one go. It's really hard to convince my body that just water is the thing to go with. More often, though, I do drink it at night right before I go to bed. And in the middle of the night, I'll want to actually drink water. But, like, during the day, it is oddly hard to convince my body to drink just straight water. Has Alicia been hexed? Yes. Has Alicia been hexed recently? Yes. Will a simple uncrossing spell get rid of it? Yes. Simple uncrossing should do that. Really, after a shower? Usually after a shower, I feel incredibly moisturized and rehydrated. After a shower you feel thirsty. Really? Of course, then again, I take showers hotter than Satan's asshole. And I'm usually in there for about 20 minutes or so. So, what can I say? Hey, Pop. Oh, yeah. Hello. Welcome. Let's see, funny enough, I'm going to be off at about 4 o'clock, so yeah. If anybody else has card readings that they want done, blinks are in layout. Pardon as I hiccup. If there's any more questions for the pendulum, by all means, feel free to lob away, but it will ask for refinement if it needs it. Huh. Did I get good rest yesterday? That is emphatically no. If I'm back on, it would probably be after 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I have a little bit of casting and manifestation that I'd like to do. So if I am going to be back on, I will be back on late tonight, and I will be reading tarot cards and more pendulum, I think. I got a good 3 hours sleep this morning. I mean, I basically slept in shifts, but I got a good sleep this morning and then was actually able to go out and about, and I am feeling far more refreshed, but as far as sleep goes, my sleep schedule has just been all over the fucking place. But again, I am a little there's a little bit of truth when I say that I'm a vampire. I just feed on a very different kind of sustenance. It's not the deep red that I feed off of. It's energy of a different variety. So, yeah. Ooh. Will Pup have a calm day at work today? Calm? I mean, mildly eventful, but not anything off the hook. Yeah, not off the hook. So, calm, eventful, but not oh my goodness, make it all go away. Ooh. That could be an interesting one. Will Gugu receive an inheritance? Feels like there's going to be a fight over it, because it went from kind of a no to maybe to yes. So you still probably have quite a bit of a fight in front of you in order to get what is deserved. Or what is owed, I should say. Do I feel 40,000 years old? That's an emphatic yes, and we all knew that. There are days I really do. There are days I really do. I'm not mad at that, though. I'm not mad at that. It just means I feel like I've experienced a lot of life, had a lot of interesting interactions, you know, done a lot. So I don't think old is bad, honestly. Oh, those are absolutely scammers. Those are absolutely scammers. Anybody who's a sensitive, who goes just sliding into your DMs, my goodness, I felt the energy and you should... Yeah, no. Yeah, those are like, yeah, no. Those are... Do not ever listen to those people. Just report them as frauds and scams, then block them. Or if you want to, take them on a wild ride. Take them on a wild ride and waste their time. Oh my God. They passed away 14 years ago and you still haven't... Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. It'll be hilarious, and I swear if they are like pretending, especially if they're pretending to be me, and they invoke God, like the Christian God, laugh so hard in their face. Like ever so hard in their face. Right, that part. For the low price of $400. Like, yeah, that's hilarious to me. That is hilarious to me. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Like, what's your Cash App? What's your Venmo? What's your payment method? Oh, yeah. No, the link doesn't seem to be working. Oh, no, do you have another one? No? Okay, yeah, no, those don't seem to be working either. Hey, maybe if you give me your bank account, I can route that $400 to you. Just fuck with them. Please, by all means. I swear. It's 4 o'clock. Should I come back on live tonight? Okay, funny enough, it says that I probably should come back on tonight, so... Yeah. Right. Awesome. Okay, so let's say roughly 6 hours from now, I'll be back on. I'll be reading tarot cards again. I will be doing some more pendulum. If people would like to give small donations towards the pendulum, that would be awesome. Cards will, as always, be, $5, blinks and Lyle, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I hope to see y'all tonight. Let me go manifest and get a few things ironed out over here. But yeah, thank you. Bye.